Hello my creative community, welcome to this slow stitching Colossal Collage series. Here are the supplies that you are going to need. Your scissors, your thread, your needles, your
Welcome
fabric,
to the
your pin cushion, and
Colossal
maybe some seed
Collage
beads.
Embellishment Series. And on this video today I am going to show you how to make these beautiful scrap embellishments with your fabric scrap pieces, and this is going to become a colossal collage piece in the end. So we're going to be adding these into our slow stitch sampler series for 2024, and we need to start really focusing on these colossal collage pieces, and we're going to be making them with our fabric scrap pieces. So hi, I'm Marcia, and my videos I teach you all about how to unlock your creativity and embrace your imperfections while learning how to do hand sewing like slow stitching, embroidery, quilting. Lots of fun here on my channel. So if this is something that you have been wanting to learn, then stick around, subscribe, and we'll have some fun together. So I'm going to make this heart embellishment, beautiful fabric scrap piece, and I'm using 3 different fabrics in this one. We're going to add some seed beads and running stitch and a blanket stitch, and we're going to put a couple of little trim pieces, a rickrack, some delicate lace, and a vintage button. And we're going to make it very colossal by adding different color embroidery thread into the one piece. So instead of just having one color that goes all the way around, which is fine, but I thought, you know, for myself, I said, that's kind of getting boring. What could we do to make this a colossal collage embellishment piece? And I said, let's mix it up by mix and matching our thread colors, and we can do that by what's going on in the color of the fabrics, or if we just really want to go contrasting with it. And then the seed beads, the same thing. So that makes it a colossal collage by adding the seed beads, the different thread colors, the vintage trims, and the button. And I think this is going to turn out really, really cute. So the supplies that you will need for this project are 3 different fabric patterns, trim, a small button, seed beads if you have those, a little bit of rickrack, and then a plain cotton backing, and then batting. So I'm using batting. If you don't have batting and you have felt, neutral color, white or beige, that would be perfect. And then you're going to need your heart template pattern. Now this is part of putting together a order that I'm working on right now in my Etsy shop, and this heart is an embellishment, comes in my heart slow stitch kit. So I actually give you a completed heart embellishment. So now you have this physical sample. Not only could you turn it into a pen or, you know, brooch, or put it on a quilt, pillow, whatever you wanted to do, in a little bowl on top in front of a pin cushion, but it also is your sample piece, so that now you can copy this and you can make it and duplicate it yourself over and over and over again. And you get the pattern, and you get the stick and stitch paper pattern as well. So I am starting off, I have the batting. So we don't put the backing fabric on yet. That's the last thing we do. And if you notice, there you don't see any of the stitches except the blanket stitch, because the blanket stitch is what is holding the backing to the front, and then it gives us that nice decorative look that I like so much. And so we're going to just use the batting, put the fabric, do our all stitches, seed beads, the whole shebang, and then the backing fabric. Now I had some old feed sack material that I'd gotten years ago from one of my farm girl sisters off of Mary Jane Farm. And so I just got that out, and there's a lot of busyness going on with it, but I'm just cutting out the solid areas first. So first I want to pick out 3 different print colors. So I'm going to get a little bit of this polka dot here, and I mean this is just for fun. So look at what I picked out here. I mean, it's just for fun. So I want you to totally have fun with this Colossal Collage embellishment series and picking out what you have in your stash to put together something really fun. So I'm going to use this print here again, possibly next to the other one. I don't know, maybe I won't put 2 polka dots. Don't try to say that too fast or it will not come out right. Okay, so maybe I'll go with this. Let me see. I don't know. I wanted something a little more emphasis here. All right, I'll go ahead and use that. This is like, I don't know if I'm going to let go of that. I think this is the last piece, and I wanted to save this for a sampler that I'm going to do. Okay, here's my lace bag. So get your lace bag out. Here's my pin cushion, needle threader. You need your needle threader. Oh, this will work. Okay, let's go with this. Now, we only need enough to make the heart. So we don't need big pieces. So I'm going to cut this down. Now I'm going to take a piece of this. This is new fabric. I got it. Did I get this at Hobby Lobby? I think so. Yeah. Pretty sure. That's the only place I've been getting. I don't know. This might have come in the. No, I think no. This didn't come in the mystery pack from Missouri Star. This was, I'm pretty sure, Hobby Lobby. All right. So now we're just going to cut a little square of this. Kind of like to get my stuff back as orderly as I can, because if it gets too out of order, I just don't like it. I get very upset with that. Okay, now let's see how I want to do this. Okay, so now thinking. I'm going to show you how I do this. All right. And then we take the heart, because I want to incorporate. Okay, so I'm thinking like this. Okay, that's fine. All right. So I'm going to turn this piece over here. I could turn this piece over here. I think I will still come out where I want it to be. All right, so now, first thing I'm going to do is sew these 2 pieces together, and I'm not going to fool with getting my regular sewing thread at the moment. I'm just going to use the embroidery thread that I already have right here, and this video is going to be a process video for all of my newbie hand stitchers, whether you're a slow stitcher, quilting, any kind of hand stitcher. And I've had requests for showing you step by step all of the stitching and, you know, up close. So this is for all of you who have requested me to do that, and I love to do this for you. And I hope you will watch this video all the way to the end, because that really helps me out. And if you are new here to my channel, welcome. I'm Marcia. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you have caught my latest video for my Sunday series. I am really excited about this series, and I'm opening up and sharing my journey of where I've been in the last 20 years, and what I'm doing with my channel, my business, my life in general, and I'm wanting to take you along with me, and I think it's really going to be beneficial for everyone. I'm already getting some really great comments and seeing a lot of good that it's doing, and that was my goal with it. Is I knew that people needed to hear my story, and I knew it would benefit a lot of people and inspire you and give you hope, because we definitely don't need hope. We need hope. We don't need negativity. We don't need more discouragement. We need hope. So that's what the series is all about. And your wonderful, beautiful support is just making me feel so happy and so loved. I'm just so grateful. All right, so I want this to go this way, and then that will be like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to sew these two right side pieces together. And, you know, if you want to pin it, go ahead and pin it into place. I don't always pin mine. Okay, and then now we're going to go down this row here, this edge, and just doing a basic running stitch is what I'm going to do here. So and you can make your stitches small, you can make them, you know, I wouldn't make them any bigger than a really 1/4 of an inch. That's about the size that I seem to naturally do. I don't really plan out my stitch size, you know, like I'm not going to measure it. I just kind of eyeball it. And, you know, you'll start to get the sense of what the 1/4 inch is. They do have quilting tape, and I've mentioned this, oh my goodness, probably a year or more ago in one of my videos. And when I first made my first quilt all the way by hand. I've made quilts before, but I did machine mainly. And the quilting part of it I do by hand, but the actual sewing all the blocks together, fabric together, I did on the machine. And then I did one all by hand. Boy, that was an experience. Took me years to finish. And but anywho, that gave me the experience of learning all about the quilting tape. It was like, wow, this stuff is really cool. Okay, so now on this one I have the two different fabrics at the top of the heart, and then the one solid piece at the bottom, and I like the way that that looks. But it doesn't mean that you can't just experiment. So, and then I want to, if you see what I'm doing here, is putting the point of the heart so that the two pieces then will be equal on either side of the heart. And then this upper part here will be just this one piece here. So, I mean, I do like the way that looks as well. So since I did the other one the other way and I just told you, let me just flip it around and we'll do it this way. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put the piece of batting onto the fabric. And then, okay, where's the top of that? Okay, I'm going to have to bring it up a little bit. So let's, okay. So I'm just making sure the bottom of the batting and then the top of the batting that I'm getting this, getting the whole piece, feeling around with my fingers. You can put your fingers underneath to see, making sure the edge of that is going to be there like that. Okay, so now because this is all for new people. And I do have a fabric pen, but it's not right here handy, so I'm just going to grab this marker. All right, I'm going to put just little marks. So that I know, but I mean, okay, but I'm doing this, but I'm also going to do it the way I do it. All right, but I want this to be where you can do it as well. Just marked on my finger. Now, this is what I would do. I would take my little heart, okay, straighten him up. And I know I made the marks and I just moved it a little bit and it's not exactly where I had the marks. But anyway, I hold all of it together like this. And then I just, you know, firmly, not with a death grip on it, but I mean just firmly. And then this is how I do it, okay? It's very easy to do, very, very easy. Put your fingers back here, hold this here, turn it, okay, you're still holding it firmly. Fingers on the back, thumb in the front. And now we're going to go around this way. I don't know, to me this is the easiest for me. I'm not going to try to pin through that cardstock. Okay, and then save your little scraps. Now we have just the center of the heart, and it's so easy here. So you just take your scissors, you come in here, and you snip it from that angle, and you come over here, and you snip it from that angle, and look, see? The piece fell right out. And then you can just kind of any little odd shape. And then now take off the cardstock pattern, which the pattern comes in the kit, and ta-da! Now is when I want to pin. So now I'm going to come over here with my pen, and I am going to pin. Isn't that pretty? Look at how beautiful that turned out. I love this pink fabric. Yes, I love it. Love it. Now, we need our lace. And because this is a small little Colossal Collage embellishment, we don't want to go too colossal. We're just wanting it to look beautiful. Okay, so now here's this piece, and I like that the way that looks. Okay, now I'm going to take that pen and I'm going to repin it, holding my lace in place. And then now I'm going to just trim off this edge. And this is just a little wee bit there. Okay, beautiful. And then I want the rickrack. And then the rickrack is going to go up under that there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring him down here. And then I'm holding this. And wait a minute. It's moving on me. And I'm covering up the seam is basically what I'm doing. All right, there we go. Put that back over there. Now get another pin, and we're going to pin the rickrack into place. See? Isn't that easy? All right, now the next step is going to be, I'm going to rethread my needle with some pink thread, and then I'm going to stitch that lace and then this rickrack into place. And then we'll move on to the seed beads. Okay, so here's the basics of how to separate the embroidery floss and thread your needle. So there's 6 strands. You want to separate it 3 and 3. And then we want our needle. We want an embroidery needle, which you can see has a larger eye. And then we're going to use our needle threader. And there's all size embroidery needle eyes. You don't want to go too gigantic because it's going to make a bigger hole in your fabric. If you want, I'll list the pack that I purchased off of Amazon with my affiliate link below. Alright, so now we're just going to do a basic running stitch again. And, you know, 1/4 inch stitches, 1/8 of an inch, you know, whatever, spacing them out, about the same thing too. Just something that's going to hold it into place but look nice. So I hope this is benefiting those of you who are new to hand sewing. Very, very, very simple and easy. I don't use a thimble. Just go gently with it. Don't be in a hurry so that you're not going to stab yourself. Make sure that you're, you know, check the back, make sure your batting and everything is going in the right direction, because that piece was wanting to fold over on me, so it wouldn't have been, I had to take it out, but so just check the back from time to time, make sure everything's going well on the back as well. Don't just focus on the front. Okay, so now there we go. And now this pen can come out back into the little pin cushion. And now I'm going to just come over here to the rickrack, start at the top. And now this one I will have to definitely go front to back because this is definitely thick with that rickrack. If you're not familiar with rickrack, it's just like a wavy pattern embellishment trim. Finding it at thrift stores, garage sales. Ask your mother, your grandmother that sews. They should have lots of rickrack. It was a very popular trim when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s. And my mother made a lot of our dresses. So, and I remember lots of rickrack. I can take out this pin. Bending that point of the heart so that it, whoops. Good thing it's attached with that. Okay. There you go. Isn't that nice? Look at how cute that turned out. Very, very nice. Very, very cute. All right, so that's an up close of all of those stitches. Now when I do the seed beads, I will need to be, I'm standing to do this, but when I get to the seed beads, I'm going to have to sit down. And the blanket stitch as well. Alright, so now I'm not going to use any more pink. We're going to use green. I'm going to use this beige and this green. That looks really nice together. I did have a lighter color. I don't know if I'm going to find that because I'm not really, I know I had a lighter one here, so I'll have to get my little embroidery assortment out and get that. So we're done with the pink. All right, now let's go to the seed beads, because this is only when we do the blanket stitch, so we're not ready for that. Okay, a button. I'm going to put the button, sometimes I'll put it up here. I'll see when I'm done. But I can go on at the end. I don't need to worry about it right now. Okay, but for this now, this is just a variegated thread that I have. And when you do your seed beads, you don't have to worry about the color. I don't ever see it when I'm, you know. Okay. Can you tell that I use that thread with those seed beads? Can you tell? Nope, you cannot tell. Okay, so just wanted to show you that. All right, now. Okay, so I do have some here still. All right, that's knotted, so we'll go ahead and you want to have a needle that has an itty bitty little eye and very, very small head on the needle, because those seed beads are tiny and you will not get any big needle head through the seed bead, so just keep that in mind. All right, now let's start our blanket stitch, and we're going to use 3 different color threads. So I'm going to use this sage green, this soft rose pink, and a little tiny bit of this tan color, like earth sandy beach color. That's what it looks like. All right, so now I'm going to zoom in so you can see it up close and get my thread here ready. And I really love this stitch. So we're going to start, and we're going to go from a straight side instead of starting at the curve. And you want to keep the loop of the thread facing you. That's how I like to do it. And then make sure you're getting in the loop and don't get in between the thread. That happened to me earlier, and it was really hard I had to take the whole thing apart, so. And I have never had that happen to me before, so keep the loop pretty big so that you can see it. And then you get your needle in there. So I come in from the front, pull the needle to the back, keep the loop pretty big, grab it with your needle, and you want to keep your stitches approximately the same spacing between. So I'm trying to keep mine about 1/4 of an inch, more or less, it looks like. Bring that loop forward. And you're just going to continue that all the way around. Through from the front, grab the loop, pull it up snug. You don't want to be super tight, just a little snug. Make sure you're going through the whole loop and not splitting the thread. Keep the loop big so that you can see it. And since I have the seed beads, it's just spacing it and going in between naturally. So don't even worry if you do put seed beads. You don't have to worry about trying to space that. It's doing it automatically. So that's really nice. Okay, so if the loop twists on you, just grab it, untwist it. Make sure you're going through the whole loop. And then there you are. So I would say when you have about 2 inches of thread left, then stop right there and then put a knot there, and then I like to loop it through 2 stitches, and then I just cut it right there. And then we're going to start with our pink color. So now we have a pretty neutral tan, and then now we're going to do pink to this point of the heart, and then I will do green, and probably I'm thinking we'll stop with the green here, I'll stop with the green there, and then I'll go a little bit more with pink, and then I think I'll end up with some green here at the bottom. So isn't that cute? So pretty. So just with a little bit of fabric, you can make these beautiful collage embellishments. Now, if you're going to make a soft book or a wall hanging, journal cover, whatever you're going to do, a quilt block, then you'll need more fabrics. But even with that, the soft book is the only one that you'll need a lot of fabric because you're going to be decorating each page. Whereas a journal cover is just the cover. And then of course the size of the cover that you make depends on the size and how, what size you want to use. So you can cut your fabric pieces according to that. So since this is a small embellishment piece, a small heart, then I didn't cut, I took the 3 different fabrics, and then I would say probably 2 inches. Each of these were 2 inches, so maybe like 2 by 2 inch. And then put the template on top, and then was able to cut it out. All right, so I'm going to pick up right here. So I'm coming in right under the seed bead. And then I'm going to go straight up here. And I'm just wanting to connect this, caught under that pin. Try to unloop it, so I'm going to go straight down here close to the bottom. And there you go. Okay, now I can take this pin out. It's definitely being held into place. Okay, now coming over approximately like 1/4 of an inch, like I said. I'm still staying underneath the seed beads. See how the loop is big. So now bring my thread in front. Grab the loop from the front, pull up, just snugly. You see how my thread naturally keeps falling forward? So that's what I want. And then again, grab it from the front, and then there you go. So look at how cute that's looking. So uniform, I really like it. It's just a fun stitch to do. And I think I've only used it on a edging. I can't really remember ever using it on a flat surface. I always use it just for like a border, decorative border, sandwiching the pieces and holding them together, that kind of a thing. Okay, so you get the idea. So that's it. So I'm going to finish this off camera, and I will be back in just a flash and show you the final with all the blanket stitching completed. But I think you get the picture. I think I've gone slow. I think I've given you instructions step by step. You can watch it over and over and over again. But isn't this so pretty? So I will be right back. All right, so here with just 2 easy stitches, we have made this beautiful slow stitch embellishment. Beautiful heart embellishment with 3 pieces of fabric, piece of lace, rickrack, a vintage button, seed beads, using a running stitch and a blanket stitch. Look at how cute this is. Absolutely adorable. So watch the next video and I will show you how you can work in your soft book using more of your fabrics and laces and trims. And stay watching this series. This is lesson 1. So in lesson 2, we are going to practice 2 more easy stitches. So each video I will be showing you how to do 2 easy stitches. So we're going to build on this. So we'll always be using a running stitch, we'll always be using a blanket stitch, but then now we're going to build on those, and I'm going to share with you 2 new stitches in the next video. Again, easy stitches. So we're not going to get complicated. We're going to just stick with things that are very easy, that build off of the running stitch and the blanket stitch technique. So stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine, and watch my next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.